Welcome in, everybody. I am GpaSilverMane. I just have my profile picture up here for my Discord and stuff in my channel on YouTube. I usually like to use a camera, and I will in the future. I got my booster 2 days ago, and it really ran me through. I've been sleeping a lot. I look like I just got out of bed because I did. And we have the stomach flu as well. In this video, I want to talk about 3, 4, 5 games I'm playing in 2022. My thoughts on them, what I'm going to do with each game on my channel and such. And yeah, so the games that I'm going to be talking about today are obviously Marvel Strike Force, which is my go-to #1 game. Love it. I'm going to talk everything about it here real quick. My second game I'm going to talk about is Disney Sorcerers Arena and why I'm loving it as well. And then I'm going to talk about a brand new game that just dropped, global launch, Awaken Chaos Era. And today was the first day I played it for a little bit. I only played it like maybe 30 minutes, and I ended up shutting it off because I ended up going to bed. I just didn't feel good, right? I got my dailies done on Marvel Strike Force and Disney Sorcerer Arena and stuff. And today just wasn't a good day to start. So I'm going to start this evening on it and continue to work. But I'm going to talk about those 3 games and a couple honorable mentions that I've also been playing that might not get as much attention depending on how much these 3 take up my time. All right, so before I do all that, definitely like and subscribe. Tons of content on Marvel Strike Force on my channel here. That way you get notified. As well as I'm going to make some content about Awaken Chaos Era and see how people like that. And Disney Sorcerers Arena. But mainly Marvel Strike Force is my go-to here. I cover tons and tons of information on there with tons and tons of experience. All right, there is a comment section. Please feel free to comment. What game are you playing currently for a gacha game if you're into those type of things? What mobile game are you playing? What PC games are you playing? Console games? What's got your attention in 2022? I'd really love to know, because for me, it's just, there's a few games I've always wanted to try, and with these new games dropping and everything else, gacha mobile games have really taken over my life a little bit, and I really, really enjoy them. So, I definitely love to know what's got your attention. Check out our Discord in the description of the video below as well, because we've got tons of helpful, friendly community members over there from Marvel Strike Force. I'm going to make a channel for every game that I am playing. I already have Galaxy of Heroes and Disney Sorcerer Arena and Dragon Champions on my Discord, where people can communicate and hang out there if they're into those games primarily. You get what I'm saying? And like find guilds, clans, alliances, clubs, all that good stuff. Everything mobile gaming, essentially. All right, so the first game you can see here is my GpaSilverMane. This is my free-to-play account that's going on 79 days old. And it's my free-to-play account, and it's following my beginner's guide. If you haven't checked it out and you're playing Marvel Strike Force, you're thinking about it, go watch GpaSilverMane's Marvel Strike Force 2.0 beginner's guide. And it's a series of like 10 to 17 videos, and it covers everything in the game and will answer any question you need, okay, from beginner to end game. It will help you so much, I promise. It's actually, in my opinion, the best beginner's guide out there. It covers, you know what I mean? It actually talks you through stuff. It's not real vague and such. So definitely check that out. But Marvel Strike Force has had my attention on my main account for going on over 700 days now. I've maxed everything I'm doing in-game content. I'm over 10 million TCP. I'm loving the game. I spend on my main account. But I'm going to cut back on spending some in this early 2022 part, because I'm just not happy with a few things in Marvel Strike Force. And that's a personal thing. I made a video covering should you play Marvel Strike Force in 2022. 100% you should, if you like Marvel and you're looking for a good game, because it is a great game overall. It's, you know what I mean, it's a 9.5 out of 10. It checks all the boxes if they just touch up a few other things like communication, maybe graphics on some stuff, as well as Arena. Arena's broke. Cheaters can play in Arena and they can rip you off, and they can get all the power cores. For all I know, it's the game itself making a computer player, so I don't get the 500 power cores, which is like $7-8 to Scopely. But I don't know. But overall, the game is amazing. You got Wars, Raids, Blitz, Dark Dimension, Pocket Dimension. You got 5 Dark Dimensions. They just come out with the 5th one. This is a limited time 7-day thing with tons of amazing rewards. Hundreds and thousands of dollars worth of loot. Dark Dimension 1, 2, 3 for the newer players. You'll get through them, catch up fast. I'm getting ready to start DD2 in the first 3 months, which is just insane, right? And they just dropped DD5 a few months ago, and I still haven't got into it on my main. They just have tons and tons of awesome content, and they're working on catch-up mechanics. So this game is ideal to be playing I mean, they just got a new creative director, rather. And from his interview, the game is headed in a beautiful, beautiful direction. It's in a better place than it's ever been. They have real-time PvP arena, which is a lot of people don't like it, but it's a lot better than the actual arena itself. The war is my favorite game mode, where you fight against other clans with you and your friends, and it's quite wonderful. I do want to say that I'm recruiting for 3 alliances. I have an in-game alliance where 8 million plus TCP would be recommended. We're doing in-game raids and wars and stuff, as well as a free-to-play beginner alliance. I have about 2 or 3 of those that I recruit for on my Discord. So if you're a newer player, you want to check it out, you want to jump into a newer alliance, hit us up there on Discord, and you can find a great alliance to start with that will help you grow, okay? And if you're a mid-game player, definitely check us out, because I am running my alliance here, and right now we're doing pretty good. There's might be an opening or 2 in the future, but right now we're doing solid. So you can definitely find it. This is the game mode that's broke, though, and they just boomerang you out. Like, if you go up to first place and you spend cores to get there, it'll boomerang you back 25 places because somebody locks you in and cheats you on computer. And you can only fall 4 or 5 places, and you can only go up 4 or 5 places when you get in the top 20. So for them to throw you from 1st to 25th is impossible, but the game still does it. Quite honestly, we just got Web Warriors. It's phenomenal. The game is out and out amazing. The graphics are just keep getting better every time. They're consistently making tons of profit because they have an amazing game, and this game's only going to get better. The community is quite phenomenal. You just got to sift through it a little bit. You can find some toxicity in there, but you can find that in any game, right? But the Discord, the community, it's just wonderful. Definitely, I would recommend checking out Marvel Strike Force in 2022. I want to jump over now to the second game that's really caught my attention. And some people are like, dude, you got a beard. You're like an old dude, right? And you're playing Disney Sorcerers Arena, right? Well, I grew up in the 90s. I was born in the 80s. And Disney was my lifeblood. It is why I am the way I am. It's why I love cartoons and Ninja Turtles and Lion King. I mean, these impacted my life and my personality so much as a kid and through my growing up years. Disney is phenomenal. To this day, I still love their movies. I watch them, and I'm watching them with my kids. I mean, this is nostalgia more than anything for me. And it's the graphics. They just did a graphics overhaul, and it looks stunning. I love the graphics of it, the characters and such. Like, if you look here on Buzz Lightyear, this is the character I'm focusing. I've only been playing. This is my first week of gameplay. And I always buy the battle pass. If it's $10 or $20, I usually get the pass in each game I play, just because it makes your gaming experience that much better. The great thing so far is DSA as well as Marvel Strike Force. Most all these games you can play for free. It just takes a little more time investment and a little bit longer to grow. But you can still totally enjoy the characters you truly love. But look at this costume they made for this dude. And I'm sorry it's recording in a lower graphics setting. Hopefully you have like a 1980 or whatever their TVs are. I don't know what they're called. 1080, 1920, something. 4K. The graphics are phenomenal. But I'm playing on a really bad monitor here. / flat screen TV. And I'm really loving the graphics. They have an awesome friendly community. I haven't seen a single bit of toxicity, but I haven't been in global chat either. Anybody that loves Disney, you'd have to think is a good person, right? But I'm sure you got people in here that are just competitive. If you want a competitive, growing, thriving community, DSA, Disney Sorcerers Arena, is the game for you. Gargoyles was one of my favorite shows growing up as a kid. Goliath and his ragtag team of gargoyles and such, going into a slumber and then being rose above the clouds to awaken in today's time. It was just wonderful, right? And this guy with the hat here, Mickey, I don't know this character personally. Sorcerer's Apprentice Mickey. And maybe I do and I just don't remember it. But he's awesome in the game so far anyway. I'm really enjoying him. It's cool. Now there is some stuff I guess you could say is maybe corny. I loved Aladdin in that growing up. I don't know who this guy is yet. We haven't seen the movie on Disney Plus. Sully, Mikey, Mike Wazowski, Randall, and all of them. I love it. Toy Story was probably my favorite, one of my favorites there. Just every character you ever think. Big Hero 6, Big Hero 5, Big Hero 6, I think is what it's called. Hero. That show was a tearjerker, and it was phenomenal at the same time. I mean, just some of these characters. You can't tell me there ain't a single character on here that you as a human being don't like, right? Um, Maybe, I guess, if you live in a bubble. But as a human being, Disney's in everybody's lifeblood, right? I mean, at least you have heard of these characters, right? Genie, Robin Williams, one of the greatest comedians, actors, voice actors of the millennia. You know what I mean? Just wonderful, wonderful character. Rescuers Down Under, bro. Do you remember that stuff? You know what I'm saying? Hercules, Zerg, Hunchback of Notre Dame. Dude, that was a great movie. Tearjerker, but it was really good. I think the core of this game and the core of these characters, they bring something out in you that, um, as an adult or as a man or as a, I guess that's kind of a sexist thought, but it just brings something good from inside you out, and it lets it shine. You know what I mean? It lets you be a kid again, and I really love this. I want to show off the gotcha game parts. The hero collector, there's tons of heroes to collect. It's a star system. It's grindy, like all gotcha games are. If it's not grindy, it's not a gotcha game, okay? They got PvP tournaments where you fight set up defenses from other players, as well as live PvP, where you're fighting each other in live time. They got challenges like most games. They got a tower climber. They got dungeons, raids. They got raids and dungeons. They got a dungeon here where you just go through it and you fight this team. And if you win, you get picked between 5 doors. And if you pick the wrong door, you have to fight it again. But if you pick the right one, you go through to the next round. Just tons and tons of unique, awesome content. As well as they call it a club. You know, it's like a club where you can hang out. They got this, which is it's 1v1, 1v1. 3 alliances. Well, I thought it was. No, this might be different. All right, it's 1v1 here. But I think it used to be 1v1v1. There'd be 3 alliances fighting each other. So I don't know if that's something different or something that's changed. Like I said, I'm just back into the game fresh this week. Been playing a few days now religiously, and I'm loving this, okay? I am going to give this game a solid go in a couple months of my time at least, and maybe longer, depending on how things continue to work out, as well as they have new game modes coming. And I forgot to say that about Marvel Strike Force. They have a tower climber coming that they have already done one release. They're going to bring it back. They have, as well as a grand tournament from Galaxy of Heroes. If any of you played Galactic Arena Challenge or whatever championship it is or whatever it's called, they're bringing that to Marvel Strike Force, as well as I think they're bringing something similar to DSA. Don't quote me on that, though. All right. Now they have all these tons of different ways here that you can unlock characters. It's phenomenal. And you get to pick which characters you truly love. Like Wreck-It Ralph, that's your thing. You're going to want to focus the characters to do this one. So that way you can unlock the Wreck-It Ralph characters, okay? Now let's say this is your favorite thing. Monsters, Inc., you know? And I love the original. The one where they go to college was kind of different, but I really enjoyed it as well. Goofy movie was one of my favorites growing up. But you can focus the characters you choose and truly love and enjoy. And I find that to be phenomenal, right? That is the best aspect. You can go into this, get hero shards. You can go in here and get Aladdin and Jasmine shards. As well as when you're doing the campaign, they have a side campaign where you can focus the characters you truly love. And I'm going to show you that right here. This is your main stuff. And you can get, you go into Heroes campaign with hero characters, and you're unlocking, let me look here. I think it's heroes and villains mixed, and it is. See how these are all villains, big bads up here? But you got Daffy and the dude from Frozen. I can't think of his name right now. Big Hero 5, Big Hero 6. That dude, the guy, the flame-throwing dude, the stoner hippie guy, man, that's really rich, but nobody knows it. He's just the coolest guy in the show, right? But it's heroes and villains in this campaign. It looks like a lot more villains, though, that you can unlock here. And then you got your villain campaign. I want to look at it because I don't really know the breakdown. See, there's heroes. But I consider this guy to be a villain myself. Off Beauty and the Beast, Gaston, or whatever his name is, Gaston. Again, it looks like mostly heroes here. Yeah, so you get tons of heroes from this. So maybe they consider everybody else in that other one. I don't know. I don't know how they set it up exactly, but you can unlock characters here. The main thing I want to show you, though, is the side quests. Your favorite Disney movies of all time. Lilo and Stitch. Come on, bro. This dude messes some people up, right? Wonderful, wonderful. Awesome character. But one of my favorites is Lion King and Toy Story. So what I do is you can go in here and it unlocks the characters set for just Toy Story, okay? And you can go through and once you can beat it to that node, you can just spend your energy on those characters you truly love. And this is one of those nodes that I try to farm every single day for Buzz Lightyear because I want to max him first. I don't care if he's good, bad, ugly, or the other. There's tons of great content out there. I want to recommend Cozy Gamer as the one you should watch because I've seen him around since the beginning of this game. And it would just be somebody that I think could get you off on the right foot and help you in this game if you want to go that route. I'm just playing as a super fan, trying to do my best as a gacha game player of many years, and seeing how far I can go. Woody is one of my all-time favorite characters in the whole world. Okay, he originally was the worst character in this game back in the day when I tried it, and he just wasn't that great. And then he got a rework and such. The team itself wasn't that great, is what I think it is. But essentially, what I'm trying to say here is you can go in and pick out what your favorite of all times are. Lion King, this is sick, bro. Rafiki whacking people. He's beating down the hyenas at the end of the movie. You know what I mean? He's got that crazy. Oh man, he's just wonderful. Him and Timon and Pumbaa just beating down hyenas. Simba. Another cool character that I thought's unique to this game is they got the Mufasa spirit from the afterlife in this as a character, I do believe. Let me see if I can find him here. And then I want to move on to my third and final game I want to talk about. But this game's going to be taken on a ton of time. Come on, Maui. Yes, everybody loves Maui. Hades from Hercules, please. The new Dragon movie, I haven't seen that yet. Something Dragon. It looks really good, though. I actually enjoyed Mulan as a kid a lot, too. A chick kicking the heck out of a bunch of people. The Black Cauldron, I believe is what that's off of. That was one of my kids' favorite movies to watch. But just tons and tons and tons of characters. And for the life of me, I can't find this mythical, legendary looking Simba. And I don't know why. But it's like the purple form when he's in the sky and he says, Simba, you know what I mean? And then Simba heads back to kick the crap out of Scar. I thought that was pretty phenomenal. And I like the take on it. At least I've seen it. I don't know if maybe it's a spell. Is what it is probably why, yeah. There it is. Bam. Spirit Mufasa. And this is a spell you can use. And then this spells are just like super attacks that build over time. And you can use passively as you need to. Offense up, defense up. Target teammate to gain evasion. So, I mean, it's a survivability. It's just bolstering you up so much using this spell. And it's quite phenomenal, the artwork on it. But this game is just wonderful. It offers you everything you need in a hero collector gacha game with the Disney IP. You know what I mean? Disney movie IP. So I would highly recommend it to anybody as well as it's on the ups. As you'll notice, Marvel Strike Force is. This game is as well. New game was coming. Tons of awesome content to play. That will keep you busy for all of 2022, essentially, in your free time. And you'll love it. All right, let's move on to number 3 here. Now, this is the one that I'm going to try to play. It just went global launch, I believe, between 2 and 4 days ago. I think it was the 15th. Today's the 18th. So maybe it was 3 days ago, something like that. And it looks phenomenal. I'm going to actually click on this while we're loading in here. And I watched a few videos on people that are playing it. I was like, it didn't really have that look for me. But I've been playing Dragon Champions. And honestly, if I didn't know it better, I think people that created Dragon Champions probably created this. Or they have the same artwork, art director, art creator, whatever his name is, the same artist working on it. Because to me, the artwork is identical, as well as some of the factions are identical. So these are the first 2 characters you get is Selene and I can't think of this chick's name. Like I said, Evelyn. She's actually the Halo of Dawn is what it's called. And they fight for the light and they cleanse out the dark and the demons. And the intro story to this, I'm going to let you go and enjoy it. But it's quite phenomenal. As well as the graphics and the attacks. The cutscenes for these attacks are insane. Now bear in mind, if you play this for a few months, you're probably going to be burnt out on seeing them. But the first few times you've seen it, probably the first 1,000 times you see it, it's wonderful to watch the attacks. They're quite wonderful. And this is essentially what you operate out of, right? So you have a home screen for every game, like you just seen with DSA and Marvel Strike Force. I haven't had time to dig into all this stuff yet. I'm assuming this is your energy is bread. This is the premium currency. This is your gold and enhanced characters. You got your heroes, guild, shop. I'm going to be making tons of content on this game. Like I said, it just come out. And I run an alliance in all these games. I haven't built a guild in this one, obviously, because it's locked. But it's always GpaQuest. Okay, that's the alliances I run, guilds, clans, clubs. I'm recruiting in DSA as well. We got 4 or 5 members. Like I said, I run the monthly or bi-weekly battle passes in every game for the $10 or whatever they are, because that's the best way for me to enjoy a game. And if I can't do that, it's really hard free to play for me to do that. Plus, I like to make content, okay? So I want to grow a little bit quicker so I can get newer, crazier stuff going on and kind of show that off to the public. So definitely going to be making a bunch of content for this game as well. Let's see what it shows me here. This little dragon that you summon, he's over 500 years old. That little purple dragon, yeah, if you believe that. I don't, personally. But let's go ahead and do a combat here and kind of show that off. So there's some voice acting, which is phenomenal, and I don't know how long that'll last. The longer, the better. But this is the champion I got, Kane. And I think you get one of like 8 rare champions when you first start. And he's the one I summoned, I believe. And it'll walk you through all that. There's a bunch of reroll videos out there. I'm not rerolling. That's not my style. That's not how I play. I play to enjoy the game and be competitive. And I like a challenge. I don't want to go in with the best champion in a rigged setup game and hope for the best, right? But either way, I plan to whoop those people that do reroll over and over out there. So be ready, because GPA is coming for you, baby. All right. Simplest of matters. This dude's gross, right? Yeah, but the artwork is just phenomenal artwork. I can see this rivaling Raid Shadow Legends if they handle it right. If the creators handle it right, this could rival it. The graphics in Raid, in my opinion, Raid Shadow Legends is one of the best built games. But if you're free to play, it's just not that great of a game. You'll never get the characters you want built up. You'll get them to level 60. You'll never build up their skills. They'll never be that good. It'll take you years and years and tons of money, or just it's just not that good free to play, in my personal opinion. So I've actually played it for 4 months, 5 months now, and spent, like I said, I get the battle pass, the raid card, and I've put it down. I'm not going to play it anymore. It's the same thing over and over, and it just got old. Personally, it's for spenders. It's for very competitive players. Raid Shadow Legends is one of the greatest games created for gacha, but it's just, if you're not spending, it's not very fun, okay? And it just tears you down knowing that you're not gonna be able to build your favorite characters. They have over 600 characters in that game, champions, whatever you want to call them, that you can get, level up, gear up, build. Except you can't gear up or build them because free to play, you just won't have the resources, okay? I promise you that. You might get 2 or 3 characters a year that you can actually build out of 600 plus. I think they're actually closer to 1,000 is the rumor. 1,000 champions you can build in that game. Alright, so let's check out some of this combat. He's new, so I don't know what he's going to do here. So you can double click your attacks and it'll auto target one. Or you can pick your move. And it's like any gacha game. You hold it, tells you what it does. And then you can pick your target. Bam. Look at this. See those cutscenes? They're phenomenal, dude. I love that. I haven't unlocked the speed up or stuff like that, but I'm truly enjoying it. And watch this move that she does. It's throwing the dagger. Look at that. This game, and it might not be doing it justice on my recording setup here, and I do apologize. Definitely, I would say you should check it out if you're looking for a game, a gacha game type, to enjoy in 2022. And maybe it's just their ultimates that have that cutscene. I don't know. Like I said, I put 30 minutes in this game. I'm going to go hard into it, at least for a few months. And if you want to check it out and join me, feel free. See, her ultimate didn't do a slow-mo there. I don't know. Maybe it's just certain skills at certain levels or something. I don't know how it works yet. But I'm going to make tons and tons of content. I also want to give an honorable mention to another game I've been playing for the last week or two. Dragon Champions. It's a great game in its own right. But it's small. It's got limited amounts of champions. They're very friendly with the shard drop, which is wonderful. You're going to max your champions fast. It's very, very free-to-play friendly. It is almost better to play it free-to-play than spend because you'll end up spending too much and then you just get duplicate shards, okay? The game is phenomenal. But they seem more laid back. They ain't pumping out constant new updates, new characters, new... You get what I'm saying? It seems a little more slow, but it's still quite phenomenal. And I would recommend that to anybody as well. If you're looking for a more casual, passive game that's free to play friendly, Dragon Champions would be right up your alley. So I am going to get down to business here, dive into some of these games, do some gaming, make some videos. I don't know when I'll have any videos out pertaining to each of these games, but they should be very, very soon. And the bread is your energy, it would appear. And I'm going to check this game out. I'm going to get to know everything about this game and see what's going down. Same with DSA and everything. So if you like this, definitely thumbs it up. Let's get this out to the communities on YouTube. As well as subscribe, because there's tons of great content to come. If you hit that bell, you will be notified for the video pertaining to the game you want to watch, I believe. So comment down below what you're playing. Definitely would love to hear it. Check us out on Discord. Much love. Stay healthy and stay safe in this crazy world. We'll see you all in the next one.